Okay, I'm already thinking about going to Italy and how I'm going to get all my gear there. Now, I've traveled in the States a lot with my pastels, so I'm used to carrying a lot of gear. But going to Europe is a whole other ball game, right? I don't want to be bringing, I want to pare it down as much as possible. So when I'm traveling in the States, this is about what I need to bring with me. So I have a roller bag, and then I have a backpack, and then also this is my tripod. So I'm going to be able to get everything in these carrying these 3 items. So this feels pretty manageable. I might end up getting a little bit smaller roller bag. Not sure yet. This one does fit in the overhead bin, but it's just it's the maximum size. So, all right, the most important aspect of traveling with your pastels is, of course, your carrying case for the pastels. Typically, when I'm traveling for a workshop, I bring this backpack-sized Heelman box. And I like this box. It's a really sturdy carrying case. I get very little, if any, breakage using this box, and I feel like this size box is really adequate for my workshops. Now you can see on the lid of this, I have a workshop brochure, and I have that because very often I have to, or I shouldn't say I have to, but security will open this box. Now, a couple of tips for going through security before we go any further. The first thing is that I have never had any trouble getting my pastels through security. The main thing there is patience, patience, patience. So I always allow tons of time when I go to the airport, because I never know whether the pastels will sail right through, or whether they're really going to want to open this box and really inspect it and maybe even test it. So I always allow plenty of time. That's the number one key. Next is I have this on here. Well, I should say before that even, if this is in my backpack or in a roller bag, wherever it is, I let security know. I say, I'm sending through art chalks. I don't refer to them as pastels because that's a little ambiguous to them. I tell them they're art chalks. And I tell them also that they're very valuable and they're very fragile. And if you would like to open them up, may I tell you how to open my box? And I just be really polite and really calm about it, and I've never had any trouble. The thing is, you want to be able to tell them how to open this thing. So they don't want you to touch it, but they will let you walk them through how to open it. So once you get it open, here they are, and they always take a look at them. Now, I have heard from other artists that having them all lined up really neatly adds to the illusion that they look like bullets or explosives. So having them a little bit more jumbled may take away from that effect of having them look like something nasty. But I don't know whether that's really true. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to why some airports they go right through and some airports they really want to look at them. Again, I just take my time and be really polite and really calm about it. There's no reason to get upset. So they're just doing their job. So that's that. Okay, so the next thing is the size of the box. All right, so this one feels pretty small, but I think that it weighs probably definitely more than, I don't know how much it weighs. Maybe 5 or 6 pounds. Doesn't seem like a lot, but once you're traveling with it a lot, it can get kind of heavy. So this one is the one I plan on bringing with me to Europe. It's little. And I'll put my brochure here and get ready to go. Let's take a look at this. Okay, and I'll make sure that I fill it all in. The key here is to make sure I have half or quarter sticks, and then I get every little, every inch in here, every little space filled with the pastel, right? I'm going to want to bring the maximum that I can fit in this box. But let's take a look at this. Let's compare them just a little bit. Just in terms of value, hue, and saturation. Make sure I have a good range in both boxes. And I think I do. So that's the key here. Make sure that you get rid of all duplicates and all almost imperceptible duplicates. So I've got a couple here that are really pretty close that I could get rid of. I've got a couple really big sticks in here. I could get those a little bit smaller so that I could get a few more choices in here. I'd like to see a little bit more in my neutrals here, so I'll work on that. But I think that I'm going to be able to get this box really pretty nice and definitely adequate for what I'm going to need while I go to Europe. And this will be a lot more fun to carry with me than this guy. Okay, so then after I've settled on the box, I need to have an easel, and I'll be bringing this guy with me. And this is pretty nifty. Get it. And this goes right in here. So that's my setup. And then I'll need a backing board. Now the key with this backing board, this is a kind of nifty thing here. So I have two pieces of foam core. You could use gator board too. Gator board's just a little bit more rigid, and it's also very lightweight. So I have two pieces, and what I'm going to be able to do with these two pieces is when I finished a pastel, I can put glassine in between, and I can sandwich all my finished work right here. So this not only serves as the backing board, but as a storage option for finished work. So once I've got that, and the two pieces make a nice, rigid, solid surface which to paint on. So now I've got my setup pretty well set. A piece of aluminum foil right here will serve as a trap, and that's super lightweight and easy to bring with me. So that's this. Now check this out. This backing board, the size of your backing board is predicated on the size of your luggage. Here is my luggage. Get this open. And I'm going to get this, and it's going to fit right in my luggage. So it's the width of it in particular. The length, I could go a little bit longer, but I don't really need to, because this is about the size that I'm planning on working. I'm going to be concentrating on field sketches and studies rather than large finished pieces while I'm out there, because I know a couple things. I'm going to be in Italy, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to be wanting to take lots of photographs, do lots of sketches, and so finished pieces, there's probably not where I'm going to be heading. I'm going to take all that information, the field sketches, the photographs, and I'm going to be bringing those home to work on larger pieces. So this kind of smaller setup I think is going to be perfect for what I'm wanting to achieve when I go to Italy. Okay, so I hope this all helps a little bit, and I hope that you'll want to come with me. It's going to be really fun.